thank you so much for joining me for my first ever digital yoga session. I know that a lot of people are dealing with stress and uncertainty right now. I definitely feel that in my own life, and yoga has been a great way for me to deal with all of those feelings in my body, and just to find some rest and peace. So I hope that this little video will help you to experience just some calm, some deep breaths, and just to feel some rest. So let's get started. Just find a nice comfortable seated position, either with your legs crossed or straight out in front of you. Just make sure that you're sitting nice and tall. Adjust yourself so that you're on your sit bones back there. Gently roll your shoulders back. You can close your eyes if you'd like. Just begin some nice deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through the nose, out through your mouth. Notice if you're holding on to tension in your body, if you feel your shoulders are tense, or even your forehead or your hips. See if you can relax the muscles in your face, relax your shoulders. Find a nice, gentle, long spine. And take a few more deep breaths. Two more breaths. For this last breath, see if you can fill your lungs and your belly all the way up. And let it out. Feel free to keep your eyes open or closed. Continue to elongate the spine, and let's just do a few shoulder circles. Lifting the shoulders up towards your ears, rolling back, squeeze the shoulder blades, and drop your shoulders. Take those circles nice and slow. Continue those deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Three more. Last circle in this direction. Squeeze your shoulders together and release. Now let's take the circles forward, bringing your shoulders up and around. You can take this at your own pace. If you need to quicken those circles or slow down, feel free to do so. Let's take 3 more circles. One more. And down. Take a moment. Just focus on your breath. As we continue, feel free to keep your eyes open or closed. Bring your palms down next to your hips. Once again, elongate the spine, gently rolling your shoulders back. Feel your breath filling your body. On your next inhale, reach your right arm all the way up. And as you exhale, extend that stretch out towards the side. Inhale back up and exhale down. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, extending out through the side. Inhale up and exhale down. Right arm, inhale. Exhale to the side. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale left and exhale to the side. Inhale up and exhale down. Right arm, inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one on each arm. Big inhale, reach up and exhale. Inhale up and exhale down. Last one. And to the side. Inhale up and exhale down. On your next inhale, reach both arms up. Twisting towards your right side, drop your palms down. Exhale. Twist, gazing over your back shoulder. We'll take a couple deep breaths here. Be sure that your hips and knees are relaxed. Last deep inhale and exhale. As you inhale, reach your palms back up to the center and exhale down. Inhale, palms up. As you exhale, twist towards your left, dropping your palms down to the front and the back. Gaze over your back shoulder. Take a few deep breaths here. As you inhale, reach your palms back up towards the center. And exhale, palms down. Rest your hands down by your hips. Take a big inhale, filling your belly and your lungs. As you exhale, keep your shoulders where they are and just drop your chin towards your chest. We'll pause here for a few deep breaths. Inhale, reach your palms and your head all the way up. We'll take a few breaths here. Engage the muscles in your belly. One last big inhale. And as you exhale, bring your palms down next to your hips. Bring your gaze back to the center. Bring your palms forward. Plant your palms down on your mat or on the floor and roll up gently onto your knees. Rest the tops of your feet down on the mat. Make sure your knees are in line with your hips and bring your palms underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide apart. This is tabletop pose. Just take a moment here to refocus on your breath. Fill your lungs, fill your belly with each breath. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. On your next inhale, lift your head, lift your tailbone, drop your belly. As you exhale, roll your head and tailbone down, lift your spine. These are called cats and cows. Do a few of these at your own pace. Inhaling each time you lift your head, really lifting your tailbone, and exhaling each time you roll your head and tailbone down. Few more cats and cows. Last one, big inhale and exhale. Come back to the center, find a neutral spine. Pause for a moment just to assess how your body is feeling. You may need to press the backs of your hands down into the mat, squeezing your fingers like a stress ball. You may need to just let your head hang and relax your neck. Or you may need to lean over each hip one at a time, loosening up that tightness in your sides and your back. So during these next couple moments, just assess how your body is feeling. Do one of those poses. After a moment, come back to the center. Once again, finding your neutral spine. Keep your knees where they are and walk your palms a little bit closer to the top of your mat. Sit back on your heels, stretching your fingertips towards the top, and relax your head and your neck in child's pose for a few breaths. On your next inhale, press your palms, press your knees, roll your body weight forward into Cobra pose. Press your shoulders down, lift your head, relax your glutes and your legs, and take a couple deep breaths here in Cobra. Keeping your fingers spread wide apart, press your palms, curl your toes under, and lift your knees. Bring your hips back into downward facing dog. Press your palms, press your feet. Bring your shoulders back so they're not coming up over your ears. Keeping your fingers spread wide apart. Let's pause here for a few breaths. Now we'll connect that series of poses with our breath. As you inhale, roll back over your palms, gently drop your knees into Cobra. Exhale, press your knees, roll back into Child's Pose. Inhale, back to Cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, down dog. Child's Pose. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, Child's Pose. Let's do that series one more time. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, Child's Pose. Inhale, Cobra. And we'll meet back in down dog with a big exhale. Here in down dog, make sure that your fingers are still spread wide apart to take that pressure off your wrists. And just gently bend your knees one at a time to loosen up tension in your calves and your hips. One at a time, walk your feet to the front of your mat in forward fold. Allow your head, your shoulders, and your neck to just hang loose. As you can see, my legs are fairly straight. If you need to bend at the knees to allow your head to really hang forward, feel free to do so. Just find a stretch that really feels good for your body today. continue to breathe here. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel free to gently sway from side to side. If this is as deep of a stretch as you need, just continue to hang here in your forward fold for a moment. If you feel like you need a deeper stretch, place the backs of your palms down on your mat and step your feet into your palms, bringing your toes all the way to your wrists. Straighten your legs, allow your elbows to bend, roll your head forward, and just hang for a moment. When you're ready, release your palms from underneath your feet. Engage your muscles in your legs. And with a big inhale, reach your palms all the way up over your head. Bring your hands all the way up. Big inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Plant your palms and walk your feet to the back of your mat one at a time. We'll hold this plank for a few deep breaths. Here I'll demonstrate 2 different ways to flow between poses. For the slightly easier version, drop your knees. Keep your gaze forward, take a big inhale. As you exhale, bend your elbows lower down. Inhale, press your palms. And exhale, down dog. For the more advanced series, let's come back to plank. Inhale. As you exhale, shift forward, lower down. Inhale, press up, keeping your legs lifted up off the mat. And exhale, down dog. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up. We'll stay here for a few breaths just to get that nice deep stretch. And notice that my weight is centered here. I'm not lifting up over the left side or rolling down onto the right, but staying nice and centered. A couple more deep breaths. See if you can really lift your right foot nice and high to deepen that stretch. Big inhale. And exhale, bring your right leg back down. On your next inhale, lift your left foot up off the mat. Deep breaths, really lifting that left heel nice and high. Few more breaths. Big inhale. And exhale, bring your left foot back down to the floor. Gently drop your knees. Walk your palms back one at a time. Place the backs of your feet down on the floor. And if you can, just gently sit back on your heels for a moment. Find a nice tall spine. 2 more deep breaths here. Slowly and gently release your legs out towards the side and extend your feet all the way down to the bottom of your mat. Once you're in this seated position, adjust yourself so that you can sit nice and tall. Find a nice long spine. My feet are slightly engaged here. They're not completely relaxed. Begin to walk your palms one at a time forward until you feel a stretch. And once you've hit that point where you feel a deep stretch, allow your head and shoulders to roll forward. Take a few more breaths here. Allow your shoulders to completely relax. If you can, feel free to walk your palms a little bit closer to your feet. When you're ready to come out of this stretch, let your head be the last thing that you lift. So roll up gently, one vertebrae at a time. Gently continue to walk your palms back until you're lying flat on your back. Place your feet flat on the floor with your feet close to your hips. You can keep your palms down next to your hips or extend them out to either side in a T position if you have room beside you. From here, just gently drop your knees from left to right, massaging out your hips and your tailbone. Feel free to pause on either side or in any place where it feels like you need a bit more time there. And continue, as always, just to bring your focus and your attention to your breath. Listening to the sounds of your inhales and exhales. Let's drop one more time on the left and the right. And when you're ready, bring your knees back to the center. Lift your knees, bring your knees close to your chest, and give yourself a big hug. From here, keep your knees close to your chest, but spread your knees wider apart. Lift your feet up towards the ceiling, and if you can, grab onto your ankles or the bottoms of your feet for happy baby pose. So you're really pressing your palms into your feet, bringing your knees close to your chest and wide apart. This is a good hip opening stretch. You can stay still in the center or gently sway from side to side. Again, this is a great pose just to listen to what your body needs. So if you need to maybe even stretch your legs all the way out, holding onto your feet or onto the sides of your legs just to deepen that stretch. If you need to bring your feet together and stretch over your head, just see where you have tension. See if you can loosen it up. We'll take about 3 more breaths here. Slowly and gently release that hold on your feet. Extend your legs all the way down to the bottom of your mat. Bring your palms down next to your hips. Open your hands and close your eyes. And this is a really important part of the practice. It's called Shavasana, or your final resting pose. When I'm practicing yoga alone, it is usually the part that I want to skip because it's the most difficult, I think, just to stay still, to give your body a few moments just to rest. So see if you can just be still. I'll give you a few moments before I close the practice. When you're ready, slowly and gently begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, waking your body back up. Feel free to roll over on your left or your right side for just a moment to transition out of this resting pose. Slowly and gently sit all the way back up. Find a comfortable seated position, resting your palms on your legs. Keep your eyes closed for a moment. Inhale, reaching your palms all the way up. And exhale, hands together, hands to your heart. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale. Let's take one last deep breath together, reaching all the way up. And exhale. I just want to thank each of you for tuning into this video, and I hope that it truly has given you just a few moments of peace and rest and a bit of a return to something normal. And every yoga practice ends with the word namaste, which means the spirit in me acknowledges the spirit in you. And each and every class that I teach, I like to acknowledge the Spirit of God who has created you and me. And now, as much as ever, I just hope that He will grant you some peace right here in this moment. And thank you again. Namaste.